Let's go.
Je suis au 7e. Oncologie. Dès que vous sortez
And over here we have another one. This is cute. Yes.
I'm going to repeat the same idea
Right.
on the.
So they're easy to stick in because all you got to do is push the roof.
Yeah.
Just push it, and then the flowers will come down. That's cute.
So if you need it and you want, let me go get your consent and give it to your doctor.
Hallo?
Hey Nancy, thanks for the decor. It looks very lovely. It cheers people up when they see it. You know?
This is my favorite one.
Which one? Yes, I like that one. Yeah. Yeah, that one. It is nice. I put that one on. I put it on the video. It's nice. What's your plans for the week? Hopefully, we'll have a week of sunshine.
Do you think? No, I don't think so.
No,
It's gonna rain.
it's gonna rain all week.
That's what I heard.
Oh, well, that's it. Oh, we got sun right now. Well, the sun came out. Yeah. Lovely. Take care. Yeah.
Ja, det är jävligt.
Finally, I'm home. Today was definitely an interesting and challenging day because I had some things I wanted to do today that I have been putting off for a long time. Since I moved, I was supposed to renew my health insurance card because I simply am changing my picture on my card, and my card did expire. So, since I'm changing the picture, I have to go to the clinic and get a signature with my identification so they can see that it's me, and then send it off to the government. And 3 weeks later, I will get my health insurance card in the mail. So I don't wear wigs anymore, and I don't wear makeup anymore. So I do want to have a health insurance card that is me, just me. No fake hair and fake anything, just me. That's where I am right now. So I'm not judging anyone, I'm just saying that's where I am right now. So I wanted to do that. So I went to the clinic and brought in my ID, all the ID I had, like my passport, my birth certificate, and I asked the man at the counter if he would just sign the paper after looking at my identification. So he says, but you have to pay your fee. I said, oh yes, after you sign, I will go to the bank and I will pay it. And he says, no, you have to bring your payment here by a check or a money order. So I said, oh my goodness, okay. So that means that I'm going to go to the bank. And he says, go run to the bank and you come right back and we'll wrap this up. I said, okay, great. So I get to the bank and the bank says to me, are you a client with us? And I'm like, no, I'm not a client. I'm just asking for a draft. I just want a money order. It's just a simple thing that I could buy for a few bucks, and so I can get my health insurance card. And he said, no, we don't do that anymore. We don't do it anymore. So I was like, okay, so that's this bank. So I said, I'll go further down the street and I'll get into another bank. And I get there and I explain the same thing to that bank teller. And he looked at me and he said, no, we don't do that anymore. If you're not a customer of ours, you don't get to, we don't sell you a draft. We don't sell you any money orders. You know, there was a time where they used to do those things and it was okay. Because you could just walk into a bank and get a little bit of a service, even if you were not their client. But that's not today. Things are a little bit different. So as I go along, I'm catching on to the way things are. So went to a third bank. I said, let me just try this one more time. Maybe this bank will not have that policy. So I get to the counter and he's like, we don't do it. But he says, you know what? I understand about your health insurance card. You got to get that as soon as you can. I said, yes, I do. So he said, why don't you just open up a savings account with us? And it doesn't cost you anything. And just show me all your ID and you can open up a savings account with us and I'll sell you that bank order that you need and you'll have that all wrapped up. And I was like, great. I said, so you sure the savings account won't cost me nothing per month? He says, no, it's free, but you're only allowed to make a transaction twice a month. I said, wow, you're really helping people save. So I thought that was pretty great. I said, sure, let's do that so I can get this over with. And then he says, okay, let me see all your identification. So like I said, I had my birth certificate and my passport, my old health insurance card, my social insurance card, everything. So I showed him all the stuff. He looks at my passport and he says, well, this isn't going to work out because your passport's expired. I didn't know that. I don't know why, but for some odd reason, I thought my passport was for 10 years and it's not for 10 years. So my passport is expired. That means I got to renew my passport also. So, and I have to renew it anyway because on my passport, I'm wearing a wig and makeup and I don't wear those things anymore, as I just said. So I'm gonna change that also. I just want to change all my photos for my identification, just to have that natural look. That's it. So couldn't get that done. And I also had a bill to pay for the government and couldn't get that done because I'm not a client of theirs. So things do change. Life is different. Everything is online, And when you're over 50, sometimes that could just be a little annoying. But I'm going to have to get online and figure out how to do this. Just have to figure it out. I went online to pay my bill for the government, and the online banking said they could not acknowledge the information I was putting in. They didn't recognize it. So that means I have quite a few phone calls to make. So that was the day today, and I just wanted to get all of that out of the way, and it couldn't happen today, so I have to do that in a few more days from now. Not really a big deal, but I have to say, I was feeling a little steamy, I know one thing, I was a little bit rude to one of the bank tellers. I was like, wow, life is getting so difficult. Things are, there's no more service. People don't want to help people anymore. And then I walked out. Then after I thought about that, and I was like, you know what? It's not her fault. I should go back in there and apologize because it's just not her fault. So I'm going to definitely go back and see her. She's a bank that I use the guichet there often, so I'll definitely see her again. Tell her, look, I'm really sorry, that I was a little snappy. It's not her fault. Things are changing, and she just simply said to me, no, we can't help you because you're not a client of ours. So she was the first bank that I went to, and then the second two were two guys, and both of them said no, but that was it. The third guy, he was actually pretty polite. He was really trying to sincerely help me, but it didn't work out because I had a expired passport. Now I'm home, and other than that, I had a nice time at the hospital where I was volunteering. I was with a lady who was doing some decorating, and she said, I just like to put a little joy in this place. So she really goes out of her way to decorate the hospital, which I thought was really good. That's a way to give, and that definitely was, it was nice to see. And now I'm home. I'm going to make some supper, and I got to make a lunch for tomorrow. And that's what I'm doing right now. So stay with me, family and friends, for dinner. But I know one thing. I've got a lot of cans. I'm just going to make something quick because I'm coming in at 6 o'clock. So it means make something very fast and just get it done. Now I got a lot of these cans of cod liver that I simply have not been eating, but they're good for my eyes. And since I had my eyes checked just the other day, might be a good time for me to start an eye diet. I'm going to have that with some bow pasta. That's the only way I'm going to be able to really digest that. It has such an acquired taste. And I'm gonna need help with that little cod liver. That's probably why I haven't been eating it. I have a hard time eating it. So I'm gonna use this and figure it out from there. Let me get some water in this pot here. Let that come to a boil. I was told water boils faster when you add salt. I'm gonna add some salt. Let that boil fast because I'm hungry. Change of plans. My daughter said she made spaghetti sauce, and I like her spaghetti sauce, so I'm not going to be having the cod liver tonight. I'll have it maybe tomorrow or some other day, but it's not going to happen right now. I'm going to have spaghetti sauce with some cheese, and I'm not making the bow pasta. I'm going to make some pasta, some spaghetti pasta. Yep, that's what's happening now. All right, I'm having linguine fini. That's going to go just well with some pasta sauce and some cheese. Water's boiled. So the pasta's inside. We'll wait for that to boil. Oh, it's not plugged in. All right. Put it in here. Plug it in. All right. All right. This is pretty much done. It took about 3 minutes. No, I would say 5 minutes. That's exaggeration. All right. Going to add some butter and some parsley. All right. I got some butter here. I just like to have a little butter in my pasta, some dry parsley. I just think it adds so much flavor. And just that butter to melt. Okay, that's done. I'm going to add a pinch of salt here to that pasta. Just a little bit of salt here. All right, stir that up. And I'm going to get... Now, what did my daughter make? Let me see. Oh, we got a nice big pot of spaghetti sauce here. That's perfect. All right, I'm going to get some of this into a small pot and warm up some sauce. Well, that should be a good amount. Now this should really be in a container, but I guess my daughter didn't have time to do that. And so in the fridge you go, like that. You know, we have a microwave here, but I don't use the microwave often. I like to warm my food up on the stove, the old-fashioned way. To each his own. Some people like using the microwave. I do from time to time, but I try not to use it too much. Just in moderation. Because I could have easily warmed up the sauce in the microwave, but I said, no, I'm gonna do it on the stovetop. Is that enough cheese? Oh, that's plenty of cheese. Okay, that's enough cheese. Now I'm gonna have a peanut butter sandwich again for lunch. I haven't had it since the last time I did a video on making my lunch. I think I made a peanut butter sandwich then also, but I'm gonna have one again. I do use organic, all natural peanut butter, and I like the crunchy kind. I'm just gonna get that a good spread. I was thinking to put some jam on it. I bought some nice jam, some strawberry jam to put on this. But you know what? I have to finish my dates. So I gotta keep sticking with the dates until they're finished so that they don't turn. Dates and peanut butter do go well together. If you know anything about date and peanut butter squares, delicious. Absolutely delicious. I've had them many years ago. A friend of mine back then used to make them, and they were just very good. I just keep losing my containers. Do you lose your containers? I don't know. I only got one left, and I had about 3 of these. These are for my sandwiches. And I don't know where they all are. They just disappeared. Or they're at somebody's house, or I left them at Sister Kim's place, or I left one at work, or I'm always losing these. And when I can't find them, I go out and buy more. So my peanut butter sandwich is inside. Now I'm going to add some dates to this. That's just to give it a little extra sweetness because I like my sweets. These are still good. I'm still using these. These are the organic dates. I think I had these on videos too. But I haven't finished them. So how much do I got left here? Yeah, I got that much left. So I'm going to use these. I think 3 should be okay. Yeah, so I do it like this. I put 3 dates with my peanut butter sandwich. So that's good. I need more though. I have 6 hours of house cleaning. I will get very hungry. I'll get very thirsty. I need a little bit more. I'm going to pause on making the lunch. I'll continue that after I eat because right now I'm really, really hungry. It's time for me to just eat. Pour the sauce over this. Get some cheese on that. Now, you know what? I think I will use the microwave now. Sauce is not hot enough, so I'm gonna have to use the microwave to melt down this cheese. I think a minute should do it. If you see anything in my nails, family and friends, especially working with food, I'll tell you right now, this is from Sister Kim's place when I was painting her door black last night. I just didn't wear gloves. I let the paint get inside my nails. So they're not dirty. My hands are clean. I just got paint inside my nails. Would have been better for me to use gloves, but I didn't. And when I go to work, you know, and I'm doing something, and you know, you're around people, and they're probably looking at my hands saying, what is up with her and her nails? That ain't looking correct. You know, like, what's going on here? But no, it's just paint, black paint. So I'm almost finished that job at Sister Kim's, by the way. I have some touch-ups to do, but it did take a long, long time for me to paint her apartment. So I used to do these things when I was younger. I can see now I'm just not into that as like I used to be. So maybe it's time to give it up. Try something else. All right, so this is coming out the microwave. It should be, ouch. Whew, that hurt. That is hot. That's all melted. Wonderful. That looks good. Well, not wonderful, but it looks good. I'm going to be eating outside today on the balcony. Feels good to be able to eat outside. Yes. This is delicious. My daughter makes very good pasta sauce. It's delicious. It got a little bit of a, I wouldn't say Italian pasta sauce taste. This is more, it has a slight taste of chili. Yeah, she must have put some chili spices in it, but it is good. Now, eating spaghetti the right way, we're supposed to be rolling it. Roll it. Roll it. Okay. See you in a few. I'm going to finish this up. So for the lunch, I will have the sandwich. I'm going to have a banana and an apple. That's what's going to be for lunch. I had a large orange, but I guess I left it at the grocery store, so I don't have that with me at all. So there's no orange. It will be that and plenty of water. And I should be... And maybe something else. No, that's not going to cut it for me. I can eat. Back in the cupboard. What else can I eat? Okay, I can throw in some pudding. I get like a craving for some sweets. I can throw in a pudding. This is like a healthy pudding, so I'll have that. Sister Kim introduced me to this. So I like chocolate of any kind, as long as it's good chocolate. And this chocolate's really good. I was impressed. I'm going to have that. Let's see what else. Maybe some nuts. That could help. Some nuts here. We need some nuts. See. Oh, I have prunes, eh? Alright. Well, that's for another day. What's this? Oh yeah, matcha tea. Not today. I need some prunes here. Not prunes, nuts. Oh, I have some Brazilian nuts. Okay, I have those. I'll open that up tomorrow. All right, I can finish the rest of this tomorrow. So just put this on the table. I got some cleanup to do in the kitchen, some dishes, get that done. And I'm going to get ready to call my niece. Tonight is Monday night's phone call with the Breester. So I call her, we talk a little bit. How are you, Andy Bundy? I'm good. She lets me know she's good. Do a little bit of spelling. She spells her words. She prays for other autistic children. So we do our Monday night conversation. So I'm looking forward to that. So today was a challenging day. However, whatever I have to learn in the system, I'll just go through it. And God will use me to help somebody else, because somebody's Medicare, somebody's health insurance card is going to expire someday, and they're going to not really know, okay, so how does this work now? Because it really is different. I mean, there was a time you just went to the office, they took your picture, you filled out the application, and that was done. That was it. All I had to do was go directly to the office themselves, get my application filled out, get my picture all in one place, and they took care of the rest. Within 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I had my health insurance card in the mail. But, you know, again, it is really different today. So I try to remember these things so I can help somebody else. And I give God all the glory for that. I try to really remember step by step. So you went here first. Okay, what happens if you're late? You have to pay. What's the first thing you do? First, I can help them skip a step and not make the mistakes I made. So there's always something good, even if the day didn't go as I expected. There's some good in it. And I'm grateful for that. So I'm going to end this video, family and friends. Thank you for staying with me. And I'll see you in the next video. I'm going to work on this video and get it loaded up as quickly as I can so I can speak to my niece. Bye for now.